My life wasn't perfect, yeah, I know that now. When it came crashing down, all I know is that I need you around. When it comes crashing down, all I need is not to feel so much alone. So step inside my zone, baby, you can give me everything I want. Everything I want. Always dance and sing. You're captivating me. All I need is to know that I'm in your heart and never be apart. All I need is not to feel so much alone. So step inside my zone, baby. I can give you everything you want. Everything you want.
Climbing up 4 walls in my apartment. I can't spend another second with my brain. Gotta get up and get out, but there's a problem. Every time I go outside, I see your face. Wish you could be here right now, lay here by my side. All day, all day, all day. Tell me it's gonna be alright. Where'd you go, babe? Can't you see that I need company? I'm losing it, losing my way. Only get through when it's you plus me. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Honestly, can't you just call me? Where you at, where'd you go, babe? let me fix my mistakes. Wish you could be here right now, lay here by my side, all day, all day, all day. Tell me it's gonna be alright, we gon' work it out. No way, no way, no way, yeah. The floor is cold, it chills my bones. I'm all alone, send me to you. It's been a month since you've been gone. I'm all alone, send me to you. Yeah. Oh. I still miss you. Still miss you. The floor is cold, it chills my bones. I'm all alone, still miss you. It's been a month since you've been gone. I'm all alone, still miss you.
Lately I've been feeling like somebody else. Heard you're moving on with someone new. My friends keep telling me that it was for the best, but I don't know if I will make it through. Cause every morning I wish you were here with me, watching the sunlight fill my room. Falling asleep at night, thinking about you and me. Why did you have to be so cruel? I guess I should have known it from the start, but baby, I was so caught up in you, picking up the pieces of my heart. Oh baby, let me hold you, I just wanna hold you. Girl, I know we said some things we didn't mean, but thought that we could figure this one out. Hate the fact that our love now is separate, but maybe someday you will realize. Cause every morning I wish you were here with me, watching the sunlight fill my room. Falling asleep at night, thinking about you and me. Why did you have to be so cruel? I guess I should have known it from the start, but baby, I was so caught up in you, picking up the pieces of my heart. Oh baby, let me hold you, I just wanna hold you. I guess I should have known it from the start, but baby, I was so caught up in you, picking up the pieces of my heart. Oh baby, let me hold you, I just wanna hold you. Cause every morning I wish you were here with me, watching the sunlight fill my room. I guess I should have known it from the start, but baby, I was so caught up in you, picking up the pieces of my heart. Oh baby, let me hold you, I just wanna hold you. I guess I should have known it from the start,
take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in...
I've been working overtime like crazy, just to show you how I really feel. Haven't had a single day off duty, just to show you that my love is real. Do you even care when I stay? Oh baby, can you even tell I'm under your spell? Oh baby, I just wanna take another look at you, so our eyes can finally meet. I just wanna take another look at you, maybe that's when you will see that I'm falling hopelessly in love with you, 'cause you're making me complete. I just wanna take another look at you, will you let me? Oh, I hope that someday you will notice every little thing I do for you. Like the time I went to buy you flowers, 'cause you said your favorite one is blue. Do you even care when I stay? Oh baby, can you even tell I'm under your spell? Oh baby, I just wanna take another look at you, so our eyes can finally meet. I just wanna take another look at you, maybe that's when you will see that I'm falling hopelessly in love with you, 'cause you're making me complete. I just wanna take another look at you, will you let me?
Hooah! Being number one isn't easy.
I just wanna take another look at you, so our eyes can finally meet. I just wanna take another look at you, maybe that's when you will see that I'm falling hopelessly in love with you, 'cause you're making me complete. I just wanna take another look at you, will you let me?
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Audio check 1 2 1 2. Looks like we're good. Looks like we're good over here on TikTok. TikTok, we gotta flip this, yo. There we go. What up, TikTok? What up, YouTube? Glad you guys are here. Welcome to another episode of High Value Shan, where not only Shan a high value man, so is the content. Got a good discussion tonight, man. Glad you guys are here. We're going to talk about managing money when you're married. Managing money when you are married. What up, Jeanette? How you doing, Jeanette? Hey, Connie. How you doing? Oh, man. I started to prepare this show with the latest topics in pop culture and news and what's going on right now. The Diddy trial is underway, day 3. Some wild stuff being said at that Diddy trial. I do not know the outcome. You know, I cannot predict the future. People watching this replay in the future will know the outcome of this Diddy trial. But today, May 14th, I don't know. I don't know the outcome. It's some crazy stuff. And I wanted to start doing some of the pop culture stuff. Like, look, if you guys take a look at this over here at YouTube, everybody else can't see it. You guys over here on TikTok, you can't see what I'm showing everybody over on YouTube because, you know, this is just TikTok, just got the phone set up. But YouTube got the whole podcast set up going. Like, for instance, what is this right here? You can't tell me that's not dope. See, so there's the Shannism intro, right? With the breaking news and we talk about what's popping. And then from there, switches over to the check this out. And then from here, I switch over to articles, right? But where we at? There we go. Powerful software over here. I didn't set up anything to talk about. I started to talk about this Diddy and Cassie thing. Like, you know, are they even discussing the trafficking? It seems like they're discussing how much of a freak Diddy and Cassie was. You know, I thought her whole case was settled. Like, why is she even involved in this case as a witness of all things? It's just a little confusing to me. So I'm not even sure why Cassie and Diddy are in court together when Diddy is apparently arrested for the trafficking stuff. What does Cassie have to do with that? I don't know. Anyway, I didn't bring up no article, so we're not talking about it. We're not talking about it today. What we're going to discuss today is how to manage money when married. I made some notes. How to manage money when you are married. What's the best thing to do when you are a married couple? I hope you guys can hear me at TikTok. I got the microphone plugged in. Let me know. Hit the hearts. Give me some hearts over at TikTok. Let me know you guys are real and you're not just a bunch of bots. You know how TikTok could give you a bunch of bots. It'll load you up with a bunch of bots. You don't even. Oh, so there go the hearts. I see the hearts coming in and the gifts. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate you guys. Super random. Yeah. Oh, there go the heart. So it is real people. Because I be thinking it'd be fake. You know, I'll be like, yo, TikTok just be throwing up they got some computer generated shit going on over here. But y'all hitting your boy up with the hearts, hitting the likes. Super random. I see you. Super random. Liking on the stream. Appreciate you. You know, Roberta. Hit me with the gifts. Thank you, Roberta. I appreciate you. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Let me know that I'm talking to some people. You know, you think you're not even sure if you're talking to somebody at TikTok. I always like to throw the TikTok up so you guys can hear it and make sure that the audio is good. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Listen, I have been married 2 times. I have been married 2 times. I have been divorced 2 times. I am twice married, twice divorced. Good friends still with my exes. No bad blood. We didn't have no messy. We didn't do no, what is quote unquote nigga shit. We didn't do that. Phenomenal women. It just didn't work out for us romantically, but they are great people. My first wife got remarried. My second wife is in a long-term relationship, and I think she's staring down marriage. Even though she claimed that she wasn't going to get married again, I think she's looking for marriage from her boyfriend that she's with now. Shout out to her and him. He's a friend of mine. But, you know, along the way in my relationships, I picked up some game on this money thing. We've had to deal with money in my relationships, and there's ways to do it and there's ways not to do it. Of course, your mileage may vary. What works for you in your relationship is for you in your relationship. If you are happy, then fuck my advice. Do not listen to what I'm talking about. If you're happy with the way that your finances are going and the way that you and your spouse is handling your money. Only thing is, I hope it doesn't become a problem in the future. See, a lot of times people think that they're happy, or they think everything is cool, and it's really not. Or they don't see a train wreck coming. They don't see the problems that's coming down the road. So tonight, I'm going to talk to you guys. I'm going to give you a little bit of game. We got some slideshows. If you guys are over at TikTok and you want to see the slideshows, you got to pull up over on YouTube. I can't show it on TikTok. But I'm going to break down the most efficient and effective ways to manage money. And I'm going to talk about the two styles, the 50-50 and the full providership. You know, got that 50-50 thing going on. That's a big topic of discussion these days, the 50-50 conversation. You know, women want a soft life. Men is like, yo, you got to go to work. Women is like, wait a minute, I did all of this. You want me to go to work too and come home and rub your feet? Love on you, cook dinner. Wait, hold on. So there's a hit and miss in the communication in the dating and mating spaces between men and women today. But I'm gonna talk about the money side of it tonight. We're gonna discuss the money side of it tonight because I want you guys to succeed with your finances. Did you know that money fights are the number one reason for marriages crashing and burning today? What up, YouTube? Did you know that? Did you know that the number one reason marriages crash and burn is money? I know that there's the infidelity and I'm not happy. He's not doing anything wrong. I just don't want to be here. I want to fulfill my dreams. Irreconcilable differences. We grew apart. But money is at the top of the list, you guys. And I'm going to give you some bulletproof advice. So stick around, y'all. Stick around. I'm going to dive in on the best way to handle your money when you're married. Wayne says divorce causes a financial burden. Man. Wayne, some would argue marriage causes a financial burden. Some would say marriage causes a financial burden. Light Spirit says, what makes you an expert? I'm not an expert. Just my opinion. But here's the thing. I don't teach from my successes. You know, a lot of people, they come on the internet and they start talking about what works for them and what made it work, you know, and all kind of different stuff. I don't typically teach from my successes, Light Spiritual Warrior. I teach from my failures. I failed so damn much, man. I failed so much. I got more to talk about in my failures than I do in my successes when it comes to relationships. So I give game from the things that you should avoid, not necessarily the things that are working for me, because what works for me may not necessarily work for you. That's why I want anybody that is happy in their relationship and is doing really well with their finances and they love how they work. Fuck my advice. Ignore my advice. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working for your relationship. If you've tailored and designed your union in a way that you two are happy as fuck and you love it and it's working for you and it's growing, then ignore my advice tonight. Do not listen to me. Do not listen to me at all. Do what works for you in your relationship. But if you're having some troubles, and a lot of you guys are, If you're having some troubles, and a lot of you guys are, I want you to listen up, because you might hear something. And then there's another thing. Eat the hay and spit out the sticks. That's the way I learned the phrase. You know, some people say, you know, eat the meat, spit out the bones. I grew up on eat the hay and spit out the sticks. So I, you know, take what works and get rid of what don't. Okay? Because all we're going to do is just explore, you know, some of the optimal ways to handle finances. And I'm going to give a specific emphasis on where the husband is managing all the income and the wife is maintaining it. I'm going to give you some 50-50 stuff too. And I'm going to give you the full providership stuff too. Okay? But the reality is money is a leading cause for marital stress, man. Studies show that 35% of couples argue over finances. That's a lot. That's 1 in 3. That's 1 in 3. 1 in 3 marriages are fighting over money. Who's making enough? How are you handling the money? Who's handling the bills? Why did you pay that bill? Why did we got to go there? How come you didn't save this? Why'd you spend that? Why didn't you get this deal? How come you didn't pick something else? What's going on? My last relationship, we got in a little argument over money. It wasn't even my money. It was just, I didn't like how she spent it. It's just little stuff, man, that can cause problems. And I want to try to give you guys a little bit of game. I just want to give you, what y'all talking about? Ears piercing. Oh, Tom says ear. Oh, these, man, I had my ears pierced since I was 16. I'm 52. I got my ears pierced at 16, sometime in the 80s. Sometime in the 80s, I got my ears pierced. Back when it was supposed to just do one. You remember, if you did the left side, you was cool. If you did the right side, you was like homo. So we all did the left side where I grew up. I only had one. And then I got a second piercing right above this one, and it took 20 years to close. I stopped wearing it sometime around the 90s, and that hole stayed open forever, man. I think it's closed now, but I might be able to push something through. And then sometime in the early 90s, I got the second one, because you were super cool if you had them both. Shout out to you, Tom. Tom says he got it 55 years later, he got his ear pierced. Hey, never too late. In fact, it's never too late to do anything, and 55 is young, especially for men, Tom. 55 is young. I'm 52. Don't you dare make it seem like 55 is old. Don't you dare make it seem like 55 is old. Money. We all can use a little bit more. We all can manage what we have a little bit better. It's one thing to do it when you're all by yourself, when you're living alone, when all you have to do is feed yourself. You notice, for me, as an example, I notice I spend way more money when I'm in a relationship. I do things that I wouldn't otherwise do when I'm in a relationship. If I travel, as an example, and I'm traveling alone, I don't really spend money on food. I get, I'm not a foodie. Some people are foodies. I'm not a foodie, so I just get what I need to get to nourish my body. Doesn't cost a whole lot of money, and I'm good. But if I'm traveling with somebody, if I'm with a woman, I'm somebody I'm in love with, or if I'm with her, suddenly my dinners are $400, $350, never less than $300. Suddenly I have to have a $300 dinner when I'm out with somebody. If I'm traveling with somebody, we going to a nice restaurant, getting dressed. That's what's gonna happen. But when I'm by myself, I don't spend no money. Man, shit. Give me one of the best burgers in town, and I'm good. And so you get into a relationship, over time, that can be stressful for a man, because it's like, damn, every time I'm with you, and then next thing you know, you fighting over money. Maybe a bill needs to be paid, but somebody has gotten accustomed to doing something in the relationship that they always do, and they ignore that bill. And now the other person is pissed off because you ignoring bills, doing what makes you happy, but you're not taking care of business. I mean, it's a lot, man. And it's a lot of people that fight. 35% of couples argue over finances. But if you establish clear roles, you can prevent conflict and you can build a stronger bond between you and your partner or your spouse. I don't want to call them partners. Between you and your spouse, you can build a better bond between you guys because there's an understanding. There's a clear understanding, and you guys have established the clear roles in the relationship when it comes to money. And then you won't be a part of that 35% of people who argue over finances. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of game tonight. Okay. And I'm curious, put it in the comments, put it in the chat. How do you and your spouse, maybe you're in a relationship, a domestic relationship. Maybe you're not necessarily married by law with a marriage certificate you didn't do, but you guys you cohabitate, you live together. You might as well be married. Maybe you're not married by law, but you might as well be married. You guys been living together for a while. How do you guys handle business? How do you handle your money right now? And think about what's working. What's up, Sherwin? You tried to send in a super chat when I was on Hamp's panel. It wouldn't go through. It's all good, bro. Oh, for the conclave. Yeah. The ones who disrespect the conclave have no idea how it's changed so many brothers' lives. I attended an ATL 2 years ago. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. They think, you know what? I don't even want to relitigate that. Sherwin, but you need to come to Miami, bro. We in Miami in September. You got to come to Miami. You did. How did you miss Houston? Sherwin, Houston was popping, but Miami is going to be lit. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it. I got to fly back to Miami next month just to make sure everything is right before I go, before the event. So yeah, man. What up, Black Pearl? Black Pearl says that's one of the reasons me and my wife divorced. Finances. Listen. It's the number one reason for divorce. Stated reason. Now, remember, the most common reason is irreconcilable differences. Irreconcilable differences. And I have a thing that I say that the number one reason for divorce is lack of effort. But that's a different conversation. If we want to talk about stated reasons outside of irreconcilable differences, which can be a whole bunch of shit. That's just a big umbrella term for I don't want to fuck with them no more. And whatever reason you don't want to fuck with them, you don't want to mention in court and put it on paper. Notwithstanding irreconcilable differences, finances is the number one reason for divorce. What up, Lord Lovesmith? Good to have you here, bro.
Hoo-ah!
Yeah, Sherwin, pull up to Miami, man. Pull up to Miami. So yeah, 35% of people that are married argue over money. It's why'd you buy this? Why'd you buy that? How come you got a BMW? You should have got a Honda. Why'd you get stainless steel appliances? We agreed on getting black. It was $500 cheaper. Why do you need that purse? That purse holds your stuff just as good as this purse. But why we got to spend the extra $700 for that? What you need that motorcycle for? Why do you need a motorcycle? You going through a midlife crisis? You turn 50 and suddenly you want a motorcycle. I just can't take it anymore. Why did you buy that drone? What you need to, you spend it, you wasting money on stupid shit. Why do you need to go fishing? What do you need that fishing pole for? Baby, why you need that dress? How come you didn't pay this bill? How come you told me you paid this bill and you didn't pay it? You told me you paid the bill and you didn't pay it. Now they turn the shit off and you want me to fix the problem. Why do I gotta fix this out of my money? Because some people separate their money in relationship. Why do I gotta fix the shit? And you were responsible for paying the bill, but you went on you went to that concert with your homegirls. Black Pearl, appreciate you. When in September, I live here. Oh, okay. I don't care. Oh, wait. No, that's Black Pearl saying that. Yeah. When in September, I live here. September 5th, bruh. 5th, 6th, and 7th. Go to blackmanosphere.com. Go to blackmanosphere.com. You'll see, first thing you're going to see is my picture at the top of the page. Go to blackmanosphere.com. First thing you're going to see is a picture of me, and then it's going to break down everything that we got popping in Miami. Yeah, man, pull up. And thank you for the super chat, bruh. Appreciate you, man. Dropping bombs on me. Hit me with the $10 super chat, Black Pearl. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the donation. You did not have to do that, and you did it anyway, so I appreciate the donation. It keeps the channel going. Sherwin says, I'm thinking about Miami. I paid for Houston, but didn't attend. See? No, don't do that. See? Sherwin was probably wasting his money when he was in his relationship with his last woman. He was buying shit and didn't use it. Sherwin, don't be buying stuff and don't use it, bro. Pull up to Miami. Get a ticket to Miami and come on out. Come hang out with us, man. Jump on the Miami. We having a yacht party, too. We having a yacht party. Can you guys think of some of the things that you're doing right now in your relationship that's working financially? It's like it just month to month, every month, it just works out. It's like, damn, man, I'm glad we set this system up. There's a lot of people that are doing money really well in their relationships. If that's you, ignore my advice. This is not for you. If what you're doing is working, if your finances are growing, if your tax bracket is growing, if you're increasing your socioeconomic status, if you are doing better, ignore my advice. But drop some stuff in the comments. Let people know how you handling the money. What's working for you and what's not working for you. How about the people that's not working? It's not working out so well when it comes to that money. You don't like how your woman is spending money, bro? Ladies, you don't like how he's in control. You know, has anybody ever heard of financial abuse? That's a thing, financial abuse. There's some people out there who abuse their spouse financially, almost keeping them, you know, in a prison without walls when it comes to the way they handle money. Yeah. Hold on one second. I gotta do this real quick. Gotta screenshot that. All right, cool. Now, understand something. This is all my opinion. This is just my personal opinion. I believe that it's right. I've yet to find any flaws in my philosophies. Nevertheless, it's just my opinion. This may or may not work for you, but I think it will. I think it will. And I'm going to be a little harsh about it. I'm not going to pussyfoot around this topic. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I want relationships to work. Relationships is the goal. I don't want no more divorces. I'm sick of y'all divorcing. I've divorced enough for everybody. I've gone through divorce enough for everybody. I don't want no more divorces. Y'all need to figure it out. And ain't nothing in the streets, no way. What you doing? You getting a divorce to go find something better? Ain't nothing better. You probably got the best you deserve. You probably got the best you gonna get. You know how many people regret, women particularly, you know how many women regret their divorce? Especially considering they initiated the most. A lot of women say, damn, I should have kept him. A lot of women get a divorce and say, shit, I should have kept him. Now, their ego won't allow them to say that in polite spaces, but deep down, she's like, shh, it wasn't that bad. I should have kept him. But, you know, who's going to admit that they made a mistake like get a divorce? Women don't do that. Listen. What is optimal? What's the optimal setup if you're married and you guys want to handle the money? Don't listen to me if your shit is working, but listen to me if your shit's not working or you're considering or you're getting ready to get into a relationship. Hear me out. Hear me out, ladies and gentlemen. I've considered this with the logical brains, the emotional brains, the micromanagers, the ones who pay attention to details. I've looked at all of this stuff. I've been up and down the mountain. Big money accounts, small money accounts, trying to rub two nickels together. All right. So let's move into it. Let's get into it, you guys. Here's a video that I want you to see, though. Watch this.
So I've been married to my wife for 21 years.
Mm-hmm.
We've been together for 25 years.
Okay.
She took 17 grand out of my account to give to her brother
Ooh.
without letting me know.
Ooh.
Is it a joint account or your account?
It's a joint account.
All right, so she
It was
took
her money.
$17K from our account, is
Correct.
what you should say. No, your.
Our account, but she didn't let me know until I found out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So,
Has anything like this ever happened before?
negative. Negative.
Okay, and
Never happened before. So I'm a little disappointed, and then it's only when I found out. She didn't tell me about it.
Mhm.
And then when she told me for her brother, and I'm like, 17K? Really? You didn't discuss this beforehand?
I agree with you, Damien, but what you need to do is have this conversation.
Imagine you and your wife saving up money, and then your wife digs into your joint savings account that you and her have accumulated wealth. You and her have accumulated dollars and put it into this joint savings account, an account that you have access to and she has access to. And because her brother asks her for a loan or some help or whatever, she goes into the savings account that you and her both own and takes out $17,000 and gives it to her brother, and she don't even tell you. What do you do with that? Is that grounds for divorce? Would you leave your woman? Let's say, for instance, you only had 20,000 in there. Let's say it's not an account that had like 100 grand or 250 grand and she took 17 out. Let's say the bank account only had 20,000 and you guys are saving up to buy a house. But her brother is in real need right now. I mean, dire straits. And he hits his sister up and says, "Hey, sis, I need some money. Can you help me out?" She says, "Look, I can give you 17,000. This money me and my husband been saving up." And she just goes to Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, wherever, and she yanks out 17,000 cash and gives it to her brother, and she don't tell you. And she don't tell you. Sheesh. What do you do with that? Would you leave your? I mean, how do you go to the brother and say, "Yo, man, run me that money back"? I mean, I don't know how to do. Well, what do you do with that? One of the biggest problems is the communication. So here's the deal. Let's get into it. Number one. The best way, the most optimal way, is where the husband manages and the wife maintains. I'm gonna break it down for you guys. The husband manages and the wife maintains. The best way to manage your marital finances is for the man, if he's the head of the household, to oversee all income while the wife maintains the budget on a day-to-day basis. All the day-to-day transactions, the wife handles. What this does is it fosters inclusion and it builds trust between you two. He knows this is including her money too. I don't care if she works. All the money is overseen by the husband. All the bill paying is maintained, and it's the day-to-day expenses and the reports and the ledger and adding up and the receipts and taking pictures of the receipt. All of that is done by the wife. That is the best, most optimal way. And I'm going to break it down for you guys point by point. If you guys are over on TikTok, the best thing to do is come over to YouTube so you can see these bullets that I have up here. The husband's role is as follows. He collects and allocates all income. That's all money coming in. That's all investments, etc. And he sets the financial goals, the savings, the debt payoff, the investments. And he, the husband, the head of the household, the leader, has the final say on all major disbursements. That's if you guys want to buy a car. That's if you guys need to get something fixed on the house. You need to put a roof on the house. You need to fix the shit that women don't know about, don't even care about, is not concerned with. All they know is that everything works. The husband knows about all the major expenses. And what this does is this leverages his strategic oversight and responsibility as the provider of the relationship. Because that's one of the 4 P's that men must do, is provide. We provide, protect, problem solve, and procreate. So the man needs to collect and allocate all the income. He sets all the goals. He makes all the major decisions. For that video I just played, there's no way that woman should have took $17,000 out of that joint bank account and gave it to her brother, and her husband didn't know nothing about it. I mean, that means that relationship was started off on a bad foot. But so then, Shan, if that's what the husband does, what does the wife do? What would a wife do? What's her job? If the husband oversees everything, then what does the job do? She handles the daily maintenance. That's what your wife does. The husband oversees, the wife handles the day-to-day maintenance. She does all the bill paying. She pays all the bills. She tracks all the expenses. She knows where the money's going and how it's going and how much it goes and when it went, and she documents all of that. That's the wife's job. The man maintains all the income, no matter the source, even if it's coming from her. The woman does all the spending and tracks it all. She updates the spreadsheet. Hey, Lakeisha. Good to see you here, love. The wife, the best thing to do is the wife handles all the daily maintenance. She does all the bill paying. She tracks all the expenses. She handles, she updates the budget spreadsheet. And what this does, gentlemen, fellas, listen to me. I know you want to, some of you fellas, some of you weak dudes out there, you want to, it's essentially suppress your woman. You don't want her to know where the money going, and you're going to handle all of that. And I got this. I get it. I get your bravado and all that big man chest beating rah bullshit. Remember, I told you guys about financial abuse. There's a lot of men out there that's doing financial abuse on his woman simply because he's insecure or because he's worried about some shit that he shouldn't even be worried. I don't know. Fellas, if you married her and you guys are in a union together, you should have some semblance of trust with your wife. You gotta trust your woman, man. And if you trust your woman, then you can trust that she can pay these bills, especially if you are monitoring it. Remember what Ronald Reagan said, trust but verify. And what this does is it empowers your woman, man. It makes her feel involved and valued while keeping her accountable to the plan that you set. It keeps your woman accountable to the plan that you set, but she's empowered because she knows how much money's there and she knows what's coming in and she knows what's going out. You know what's coming in. She knows what's going out and where it's going and tracking all of that stuff and presenting you with a report to make sure that you know exactly where everything went as well. Trust but verify. Trust but verify. Stress that both spouses must have full transparency. Gentlemen, you got to trust your woman. Ladies, you got to trust your man. Full transparency when you're in a marriage like that, man, when you're in a relationship. You guys should use joint accounts. You just should. Use joint accounts with shared access to the statements and the budgeting apps and all that kind of stuff. The husband the man of the house, should review the expenses regularly. You can't be lazy, bro, and trust her. Everybody knows what Shaq and Shaquille O'Neal and Shawnee and the story of that, how she somehow stashed away allegedly $9 million because Shaq wasn't paying. He was making so much money, he didn't know where shit was going. So she somehow just stashed away $9 million. Mad money. Ladies, you guys got that mad money. Some of y'all be stashing away that mad money. But gentlemen, if you are tracking the expenses, you don't have to worry about your woman building mad money. Unless she's generating money outside of you and you don't know that there's income. If there's a source of income in your family that you don't know about, gentlemen, that's one, a problem with you. And two, why'd you pick that woman that got a source of income that's coming in and you don't know nothing about it? No one should be blind to the money ever. Your wife should know how much money you guys have, and she should be the one making all the writing all the checks. Gentlemen, you should trust but verify. Watch everything that she's doing and sign off on it. This balances empowerment with structure. That's what it does, gentlemen. It prevents financial secrecy. No more mad money, ladies. I'm sorry. You're no mad. I know grandma told you to stash a little away in your bra. Tuck a little money away. I know your old auntie told you to stash a little something on the side for the days that you may need to do something. You know, you don't know what fuck that. Why are you married? Why are you with somebody that you got to create a little stash on the side? Just don't marry. That's the answer. The answer is just don't marry him, right? No financial secrecy. And what this also does, it aligns with traditional roles while giving your wife agency and empowerment. Gentlemen, it aligns with traditional roles and it gives your wife agency and empowerment. Here's an example. John collects both incomes. He sets $5,000 monthly budget and approves big purchases. His wife, Carla, right? Because this is a black couple, John and Carla, pays utilities, groceries, and tracks spending in an app, reporting back weekly to her husband. They avoid fights because everyone knows their roles. Everyone knows their roles. You guys sit down and you talk about the money every week, 4 times a month. This is what happened this week, babe. This is what we did this week, babe. This is how much money's coming in this week, babe. It's going to be a little tight this week. Okay, so what adjustments do we need to make? No financial secrecies. That's how you fix that. Now, what about that 50-50 relationship, though? I'm going to talk about that. You know, you guys already know that I don't believe in the 50-50 bullshit. I don't. That's me. I'm old school. I'm older. I'm cut from a different cloth. I come from a different era. I have a different mindset. I was raised differently. My father showed me different than a lot of people. The soft life that my mom had was provided by my father. So I'm a little different. I don't really believe in the 50-50 thing, but I wanted to talk about it today. I wanted to talk about the 50-50 thing today. Okay? I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to discuss it because some of you guys love that 50-50 shit. Especially the young guys. The young guys love that 50-50 shit. They want their woman to work. You gotta go out here and work. I'm working. You gotta do something. And he still want his dick sucked. And he want his food hot on the table at night. And he want her to get up and go change the diapers on the baby. I get it. Static versus variable. Static bills versus variable bills. Example, rent, mortgage, car payments, internet. That's fixed. Those have fixed monthly costs, making them predictable for the man to cover. Variable bills, water, power, gas, groceries fluctuate based on usage, so the woman should pay those. Now, This is what I've gathered in my years. Men are cost benefit calculators. We crunch numbers. We're statistics. We're mathematical with a lot of stuff that we do. Women operate on emotion, how they feeling that day, that week, that month. They move, they do. Women are impulse buyers. They do shit to make them more comfortable or to make them more to feel good, where men will sacrifice feeling for structure. So what happens is all of us have variable bills and static bills. Your mortgage or your rent is typically static. It's the same every month. This is the solution for 50-50 people. I don't like 50-50, but here's your solution. For those men that want 50-50, for the women that want 50-50, this is what you do. Gentlemen, you pay all the static bills, the bills that are a fixed cost every month. This is for the 50-50 folk. You pay all the bills, gentlemen, that don't change. Your T-Mobile bill, your Verizon bill, your Netflix, you cover that. That bill don't change. No matter how much Netflix movies you watch, the bill's gonna be the same every month. No matter how much you talk on the phone, your Verizon bill is gonna be the same every month. Shout out to Members Run LA for the super chat. I appreciate you. Who? Thank you, nephew. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. Hit us with the $2 super chat. Gentlemen, for those of you that want your woman to work, for those of you that want your woman to pay bills, for those of you that want the 50-50 relationship, because that's just where you are. I don't believe in that, but you do, fine. What you do is, as the man, if you want to hold some semblance of authority in your house, you cover all static bills. The bills that don't change. The car note don't change. The monthly, the auto insurance, it doesn't change. The mortgage or the rent, it don't change. It doesn't. And you know what you have your wife do? She covers all the variable bills. The water bill, that DWP can get expensive. That gas bill, oh, the food, she buys all the food. All the food. She covers it. She covers all the grocery expenses. My man Lordsmith says, I live in Los Angeles and I can't afford a stay-at-home wife unless I'm making over $500,000 a year. I'm here in LA too. I'm here. Yeah, they're expensive out here. Boy, hell, girlfriends are expensive. Wives, whew, I've had 2 of them. Trust me, I know. What up, Nupe? What up, Prince Azan? Yo to the Nupes. Listen, why does this work? Why should men pay the static bills and the women pay the variable bills that go up and down depending on how much, depending on usage, like food and depending on, the water and the gas bill, things of that nature, the automobile, filling up the gas tank in the cars. You know how pricey that can be? You know that can be hundreds of dollars, upwards of $500 a month in just gasoline fuel costs for the cars. Your wife, she should cover that. We should cover that. Yeah, for sure, Laura Smith. Let's hook up. I'm right here in Leimert Park off of 48th and 6th Ave in the Crenshaw district. Women, as major consumers, women drive 80% of household spending decisions. Most of the 80% of the shit that most households buy is driven by the decision of women. And women may overuse their resources. This is why that men pay the static bills and women pay the variable bills. Women overuse their resources. So if someone else foots the bill, if the husband pays, if Nupe Prince pays the variable bills, the woman will just run the shit up. Listen, let me tell you something, man. I gotta my HVAC system in my house, I gotta change the compressor because for whatever fucking reason, when my electric bill here at my house can be $300-400 a month every 30 days at my house. because we continue to run the AC and we continue to run the heater, you know, and it's just expensive. And nobody gives a shit because don't nobody pay the bill but me. The only person that pay the bill every month is me. Everybody else just they be fucking with the thermostat, just turning it up, turning it down. It be hot, so they turn the AC on, but then they get under the covers and open the window. So I got the AC blasting, cold, while they under the covers and the window open. It's weird, but you know why? It's because don't nobody got to pay the bill but me. So what happens is, since women will typically overuse their resources because somebody else is paying the bill, yeah, they'll think twice about that. Paying variable bills forces a woman to use discretion. You can't just browbeat her and say, babe, stop turn this AC off. Stop running the fucking water. Why are you in the shower for 2 hours? And or get this, why are you running the hot water to get in the shower and it's been running for 20 minutes and you ain't even got in yet? Come on, you guys, you know what I'm talking about. Don't play with me. Ladies, how many of you run that hot water and don't even get in the shower? You getting ready to get in the shower. So you turn the hot water on and it's been running for 20 damn minutes. You know why you do that? It's because you don't pay the bill. You don't pay the bill. And him telling you to stop doing that is not good enough. You know what has to happen? You need to pay that variable bill because it forces discretion. Your showers tend to become shorter. You don't just get the most expensive ketchup at the grocery store. You start to get that budget brand ketchup. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When you go to the grocery store and then you got Heinz ketchup and then you got that cheap shit. And that cheap shit tastes the same, but it's half the price. And so if she had to buy the groceries, she might not buy that Heinz ketchup. She might buy the store, the signature brand or whatever it's called. She'll think twice about the groceries she buys when she has to pay for them. But when you're paying for them, she gets all the best shit. She gets and she gets stuff that she don't even need to eat. This is women that operate on emotion. Men are logical, women are emotional, so they shop emotionally. They run that hot water. They turn on the AC. They turn on the heat when they don't need to. They waste resources. But if you put the bills that are variable based on usage on women, suddenly she becomes a little bit more frugal than normal. You see, when it's her money on the line, she'll think twice. She'll think twice. What up, Boss Club Frenchies? You know, when women's money is on the line, she thinks twice about how much to use, what to buy, so on and so forth. Gentlemen, you pay the static bills. Let your woman pay. If you guys are in that 50-50 relationship, hear me out. If you're in a 50-50 relationship and men want your woman to pay bills because she works and generates money and all that, put her on the variable shit. She should pay everything that can go up and down based on usage. You cover everything that's an even hard number every month, no matter how much you use it. Now, to implement this, and I'll break it down for those that's at TikTok, you got to come to YouTube. Just search my name, Shannon Rawls, at YouTube, and you'll see it. You'll see it over at TikTok. You'll see it over at YouTube. I got the screen set up. Implementation. Now, I suggest that you make a clear split. You know, he pays $1,500 for rent and the car. She covers $300 to $500 for utilities and the food. Use a shared spreadsheet so you guys can track who pays what and review that monthly to fairness. I get it, gentlemen. Some of your bills, especially with the static ones, they might be a little more than hers. That's all right. You the head of the household, right? Now this 50-50 shit don't mean it necessarily directly down the goddamn middle. Well, you know, our monthly bills is $4,000, so you need to come up with $2,000. No, gentlemen, sometimes you might pay $2,500 and she's covering $1,500. She may be putting the extra bit that she's not spending on utilities in the vacation fund. So you guys can go on, so you can go to fucking Aruba next summer. Shout out to members Run LA with another super chat. Where is the fair to have it go that far? What do you mean? Wait, say it again. He says, but why is it not reciprocated? I'm not sure what the question is. Where is the fair to have to go? Where is the fair to have it go that far? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Put it in the comments. Break it down, and I'll answer your question. Appreciate the super chat though. Who? But is it far to go that far? I'm not sure what the fuck is it far to go that far? What does that mean? Is it far to go that far? As you write, say it in your head. What up, Evo Sosa? What up, Thomas? Good to have you here.
Hoo-ah!
But is it far to go that far? I know, typo, so type slow. You don't have to type it fast. I'll come back. I'll circle back. Proofread it before you hit the send button. Is it fair to go that far? Oh, fair. Is it fair to go? Yeah, it's fair. Well, you know what? Fair is determined between you and your woman. What's fair is between you and your woman. As long as you agree and she agree and you comfortable, then that's fair. Say, for instance, you spending $5,000 a month and she's spending $500. If you fine with that, that's fair. You know, there is no, you want it to be equitable. Okay, you're putting up extra cash. She's putting up extra ass. What's it worth for you to pay more US dollars? Is it because she is taking care of the kids? She's doing all the homework with the children. She's taking the kids to daycare. Equitable is determined between you and your woman. So fairness, there is no such thing. I can't tell you what's fair for anybody's relationship. That's going to be between the two people. This is just a base guideline that I'm giving everybody. Ebo says that super chat will fuck shit up. Yeah. It'll butcher it. So listen. Sometimes the men will pay more. A guy will pay $1,500 a month, every month, doing those static bills. Whereas the woman will only pay $700 a month on those variable bills. And if she's frugal, she's saving money. That's fine, brother. Then maybe she could put $800 a month away in the vacation fund so you guys can go to Paris next year. So you could go on that 7-day cruise in July. Think about it. Okay, babe, so listen, I paid $2,000 a month out of my money on the static bills. That's the car insurance. I pay both our car notes and I pay the rent. You know, the rent is $1,500. So maybe you pay $2,500. I pay $1,500 on the rent. I pay $300 on the car note. You know, we don't have those fancy cars. We just leasing some Hondas. So, you know, I'm paying $800 in the car notes, and then I got the insurance covered. So I'm dropping $2,500, almost $3,000 a month. Every month it's the same thing though for me. But baby, you're covering the variable bill. So you paying for the food that we eat. You paying for the cell phone. I'm sorry, not the cell phones. You paying for the electricity bill, you paying the water bill, depending on how much water, the bill goes up and down depending on how much water we use. You paying the gas bill. Are we running the heat a lot? You know what I'm saying? So the variable bills go to her. When it's her money, she's gonna think twice about wasting shit. But if you pay the variable bill, she's gonna blow that shit out the water every time. Every time. Believe me when I tell you. That's what she's going to do. If you are paying the bills that go up and down based on usage, fellas, your woman is going to use all that shit like it won't matter to her how that she runs the AC and all the windows in the house are open. She won't care. She won't give a damn that, you know, she don't give a shit about the gas in the car. You make sure that she covers all the variable bills. Equitable. Oh, I reminded myself to I want to warn men. Listen, don't let your woman forget to pay those variable bills either. You need to set firm expectations, gentlemen. I wanted to remind you guys. I had to set a reminder to tell you. Woman, forget to pay her bills because you're going to have to pay them. Don't let her forget to pay her bills. Remember, oversight is your responsibility. No matter what setup you guys have, whether it's 50-50 or not, oversight is your responsibility. And she sends out all the bills. We already talked about that in bullet point number 1. Now I'm just telling you where the money goes. Where the money comes from. We're talking about where the money comes from right now. So be sure that if you guys want a 50-50 relationship, that gentlemen, you cover static bills, your woman covers variable bills. That way, all that emotional usage will be under control because she got to pay the shit. If you pay the variable bills, she'll overuse everything. But if you make her pay for it, suddenly she's going to be a little bit more smarter and frugal when she's at the grocery store because it's coming out of the money that she had to pay. For the 50-50 people. For the 50-50 people, that's what that is. All right? Members LA got a question. He says, my question is, why would women do that if you guys are trying to build a foundation and they will purposely cripple you by leaving the window open with the AC on? But listen, here's the thing about it. Women prioritize their happiness. That's what they do. She loves you to death. You marry her. You guys get along. But women prioritize their happiness. So while you two are trying to build a foundation, while you two are trying to put some money together, you want to kind of get this furniture set for the house. You want to upgrade the cars. You want to move out of this apartment in this neighborhood over into a better apartment in a better neighborhood. And you guys are stacking up for the down pay, all of that kind of stuff. She's running up the DWP bill, the Department of Water and Power. That's what we have here in LA. She's running up the DWP bill because she's blasting the AC and got the window open, but she's under the goddamn covers. The reason she does that is because, members run LA, women prioritize happiness. Women prioritize happiness. It's not even, it's not to slight you, by the way. It's not malice. It's not that she's doing this to piss you off or she's intentionally trying to waste you guys' money. That's not what she's doing. It's just that it's baked in the cake. And women don't even realize. And when you kind of check her about it, it's not going to compute because she's from a different planet than us. She's from Venus. It makes sense to us over here on Mars, but over on Venus, what are you talking about? I need the AC on because I need the ambient air in the room to be cold, even though I'm under the covers, but my head is exposed. So I want to feel the breeze. And then I got the window open to feel the fresh air. So I need fresh air from the window. I need a cold room while I'm my body is under the cover staying warm. To her, that makes sense. Members run LA. It makes perfect fucking sense. And if you challenge that, she's going to look at you like you're weird. It's just what it is. She's not doing it intentionally. She's not trying to hurt you, but she needs that combination of hot and cold is important to her, and she needs to be happy. And if she's not, you ain't going to get no pussy tonight. I can guarantee you that. What up, Chaos?
Hoo-ah!
What a members run said. It makes it seem like their love is materialistic, what you can do for them. Yeah. And what you cannot do for them. And their abilities to know that they're going to take advantage of it. Oh, members run LA. You should have been here a couple years ago. We talked about this for years. Listen, let me explain something to you. Men are a tool for women. You are nothing but a wrench. It is a fool's errand to believe that you're going to get a woman to love you for you. This is a completely different show. I don't want to get off track. But let me tell you something. Abandon the idea that a woman loves you for you. Women don't love you for you. They don't. Women love you based on the utility that you can provide. Chris Rock said it best. You guys all know. Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. Members Run LA. Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. Men like me, men like you, are only loved under the condition that you provide something. That's prophetic. Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. Men are only loved under the condition that you provide something. If the moment you stop providing something, you're done. Now, a lot of guys, I need a woman that loves me for me, that's gonna ride with me. I need a Bonnie and Clyde. Hold on 1 second. TikTok be wanting to know if I'm still here. I need a Bonnie and Clyde. I need a ride or die, man. Forget that shit. That's no such thing, bruh. Every man is a utility, is a wrench to a woman. You are nothing but a tool, and be okay with that. There's the flip side of that coin is be okay with that. Yes, women are materialistic. Yes, you're right. You're only here so you can do something for them. Yes, you're correct. They're going to take advantage of everything that you do. Are you kidding me? Go to your grandma's house. She's going to put you to work. Do you think, gentlemen, you could go visit mama and mama just wants you to be there and mama going to have you doing shit. Whenever you go visit grandma, you got to start doing things. She got a task list of things for you to do every visit. Men are utilities for women. We are doers. That's what we do. We are worker bees. I mean, it's in nature. Look at bees. We are worker bees. So it is what it is. And be okay with it. But don't you dare let her forget to pay her bills, especially if you're in that 50-50 relationship. Especially if you're in that 50-50 relationship. And then here's the deal. And to wrap that last point up, Members Run LA, that men are just utilities to women. We are just, as long as we're doing, the moment you stop doing for a woman, she's out. The moment that you stop providing for a woman, she's out. The moment you start protecting that woman, she's out. The moment you start thinking that she's with you because she loves you, she's with you for you, nigga, please. Let me explain something to you. Be okay with that, because here's the deal. Make sure you're getting a return on your investment. See, that's the part that a lot of men wasn't taught in my era. I'm Generation X. I'm 52 years old. So in the 80s and 90s, we were told not to ask for nothing back. All the R&B songs from 112 to Boys to Men, all them damn songs, Keith Sweat and shit, all them songs was telling us to not ask for anything back for what we gave women. You see, Chris Rock says only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. Only men are loved. Men are only loved under the condition that they provide something. Everything that you provide for a woman, Members Run LA, make sure you get a return on investment. Something that is equitable for you, something that you believe is valuable to you to make your life easier in some way or some form or fashion. The moment that you are giving a woman some shit and you're not getting a return on investment, something back that's worth it for you, whatever that could be, whatever that is. For some men, it's just strictly sex. For other men, it's a good looking woman. So some guys, she cooks. Other guys, if she's helping she raises the children. It's a whole lot of different things that men want. As long as you're getting a return on your investment, then be okay with knowing that you're just a tool. It's just that simple. But the moment you start doing shit and you're not getting nothing back, you need to be out. If you're in a 50-50 relationship, final point, if you're in a 50-50 relationship, the best, in my estimation, in my summation rather, the best 50-50 relationships are where the man, it's not going down, it's not adding up all the bills and then splitting it in half with a calculator, divide by 2. No, that's not what I mean by 50-50. If anybody thought that that's what 50-50 relationship, you are lost in the sauce and you probably shouldn't be getting married. 50-50 relationships isn't add up all the bills and then divide by 2, and then here's your chunk and here's your chunk and put it all in the bank. No, that's not what 50-50 relationships is. There's equity. It's some equitable stuff in there. Basically, you putting up money, but I'm getting this out of you. You're doing something else for but it's all it all has a monetary value. Okay? If you are in a relationship and you are doing a 50-50 relationship, gentlemen, please, you cover all the static bills and put all the variable bills on her. Suddenly, you're going to have a woman that's going to not waste a whole bunch of bread. You will instantly, just like that, overnight, have a woman that will not waste money. She's not going to waste her money. She's going to think twice about running the AC and having the window open when she has to pay the electric bill and the gas bill and the HVAC power bill. That's just what happens. All right, now, full provider men. This is point number 3. TikTok, you got to go to YouTube if you want to see the bullet points. Just type in my name, Shannon Rawls. The full provider male. This is the I don't believe in 50-50 guy. This is the 100% guy. This is the Shannon guy. This is the guy that covers all the bills. In my relationships, I pay for everything. I just do. Because I'm not going to, because I'm going to end up talking all night and I'm going to change the show. This is the deal, and this is how you handle full provider without financial abuse. This is delicate, you guys. You see, a lot of men want to be the full provider so they can abuse their woman, so they can hold her down, so they can keep her in financial jail. You know, don't you touch that mailbox. I didn't fix that mailbox, so I knows when it be messed with. Y'all know what movie that came from. Who put it in the chat what movie that comes from? Don't you touch that mailbox. I didn't fix that mailbox, so I knows when it be messed with. There's a lot of men that wants to pay all the bills so they can financially lock his woman up. But I'm going to talk to you guys about full provider men without abuse. Ladies, I want you to pay attention. If you want, ladies, you want to live a soft life? Ladies, you want to get into a relationship with a man that covers everything and you just the passenger princess? Listen up. Listen up. This is what you should expect from a provider male. Withholding money, hiding accounts, giving a meager allowance is considered financial abuse. That's right. Color purple, members run. The color purple. Sweet Baker said it first, though. Sweet Baker said it first. Got to give Sweet Baker the props. Sweet Baker said it first. The color purple. I didn't fix that mailbox, so I knows when it be messed with. Listen, financial abuse is defined as withholding money, hiding accounts, and giving a meager allowance to somebody. I want you guys to realize that provider men share budget details. The guys that pay all the bills share the details in all the bills. He gives his woman a voice in the decisions, even though the final decision is his. As an example, what's our grocery priority this month? And provide a reasonable personal spending amount for her to use, not the bare minimum. We are leaders, gentlemen, not dictators. If you believe that some people believe that they're a benevolent dictator. Don't believe that. We are leaders. Be a leader. You can include your soldiers. I don't know if any of you guys have ever gone to battle, if you've ever been in battle. I don't know if you've ever led any soldiers into battle. But when we lead our soldiers on a mission, we inform our soldiers what we're doing so they understand the objective so we can all accomplish it, even though I'm the leader. So you give details of the budget, even though you're a full provider male. I cover it all. The flip side of that is all decisions rest with you. All decisions rest with you. You get final cut, as we say in the film industry. You get final. In fact, there's no debate. There is no appeal process. There is no going back and forth. There is no arguing and shit. It's give me your input. I'd like to have your input. Thank you. I'll make a decision. You make the decision. But you know what you're doing. You're disclosing all the financial details. You don't just roll up with a new car. You don't just pull up with a new car. You talk about how much the car costs, how the car is going to get paid for, so on and so forth. You don't just pull up with a brand new Tesla and you picked all the fucking accessories and got all the bells and whistles on the. You don't just come home with a new TV. You don't just go and drop. You don't go to Best Buy and drop $3,000 on the latest and greatest flat screen TV, and she doesn't know anything about it. That's not what you do. That's not what being a full provider male is. That's not what being the leader of a household does. I'm not talking about surprises and shit like that. I'm talking about you just doing what the fuck you want to do with the money that's in the bank account. No, that's not it. That's not the way it works, gentlemen. Involve your woman in monthly budget reviews. Let her manage smaller accounts, the grocery fund. Give her tasks like researching family purchases. Hey, babe, we need a new refrigerator. We need a new refrigerator. It needs to fit in this space. Our doorway is 36 inches, so make sure it can come through the door. And the space for the refrigerator is, 32 inches. So make sure it can fit, and here's the height. I need you to do the research and here's the budget that we're gonna spend. I don't want to spend more than $1,500 on a brand new refrigerator. Go find us something nice that fits into these parameters with these specifications. Bring back the report. Let me print it out. Let me see, and then we'll go over it, and then we'll go from there. This keeps your woman engaged, gentlemen, even though you're a full provider, even though you're in charge, even though you're the leader, your woman is involved and is engaged, and she is not undermining your authority. She's providing you counsel and her insight as to what she likes and what she feels. And you should want to hear that. If you love your woman, you should want to hear that shit. But the decision is yours. You understand what I'm saying? There is no appeal. There is no going back and forth. There ain't no hemming and hawing. You see, when you get in those 50-50 relationships, she may want a black Mercedes Benz and you want a white BMW. And because she's going to try, what the fuck? I want a black Mercedes is what she's going to tell you. And you like, nah, I want to get the white BMW. And she's going to be like, you ain't getting no white BMW. We're going to have to pick something else then. And because your 50-50 ass is allowing her that financial power, y'all not getting the black Mercedes or the white BMW. Y'all going to end up settling for a burgundy Lexus. But when you're a full provider male, you can let her know, hey, I see the black Mercedes Benz. You like those, don't you? Yeah, but I really want to get this white BMW. Show me why you think we shouldn't get the white BMW. And if you can convince me why the black Mercedes is better than the white BMW financially, from status point of view, from a maintenance point of view, on, the warranty on the car, its resale. If you could explain to me why the black Mercedes is better than the white, I'll consider buying that. But right now, I'm dead set on the white BMW. But let me know, babe. And then when you go and you say, you know what, I hear what you're saying, but I'm going to get the white BMW anyway, what the fuck is she going to say? She didn't pay for nothing, no way. The decision was yours. But you gave her some agency to give input and to explain her reason. That is important to women, and it should be important to you. It's her contribution to your decision making. And maybe it didn't work. Maybe it didn't work out. Maybe she didn't win over, but it's all right. She's living a soft life anyway. She's going to look good in the passenger seat of that white BMW also. Her contributions encourage men that she works for the household. Retire your woman, gentlemen, if you can. Let me tell you something. I wanted to touch on this. Retire your woman if you can. If you can, retire her and put her as the CEO of the household. You are the chairman. You are the chairman of the board, but she's the CEO of the house. She's managing all the shit like the kids' schedules. She's managing all the cooking and the meals and the meal plans and what you guys are eating every week and ensuring that you guys are not eating junk food and bullshit and saturated fat and a whole lot of sugar and starches and sodium and carbohydrates. And she's making sure she's the CEO of the household, gentlemen. Appoint her as the CEO of the household. Let her know that job is extremely important. She's organizing all the home projects. You want to build that deck in the backyard. You want to change the landscaping in the front. She's the boss of that. You're financing it though, gentlemen. You paying for it, but she's managing. She's the project manager. This gives your woman a sense of value, and it prevents entitlement. Because if she's not contributing, she's just a guest. If your woman is not contributing to your household, it ain't her house. And you don't want a woman that doesn't feel like the house ain't hers. Remember earlier when I first started this show, I said I learn from my mistakes. I teach from my mistakes. I don't teach from my successes. I teach from my failures in my relationships. I've had 2 failed marriages. Let me tell you something. Gentlemen, let me tell you something. You don't want a woman who doesn't feel like the house that she's living in belongs to her. You don't want that. It's all bad from there, man. If she doesn't feel that she has any agency over the house that she's living in, it's a bad situation, brothers. I get it. It's your house. You bought it. You pay the mortgage, blah, 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 blah. If she doesn't have any agency in that house, it's a bad situation. But you know what, Shannon? I'm paying the mortgage on this motherfucker. Okay, you are. You are paying all the mortgage and all the bills. She's the CEO of that motherfucker. She's the CEO. She manages all the projects. She handles all the children things. She handles, she decorates. Why the fuck do you care what the house look like anyway as a man? Let her decorate. That's, she wants to paint that wall. She wants to do an accent wall. Let her do it. What do you give a fuck? You're never in that room anyway. It allows her to contribute, because if she doesn't contribute because you're paying all the bills and you're the full provider guy, then she's gonna feel like she's just a guest at a boyfriend's house. She's not gonna feel like a woman that wants to turn that house into a home. And you don't want a woman that don't want to turn the house into a home. Boy, that's one of the most powerful things that we get from women, is turning our house into a home. That's one of the best things you can get from a woman, is watching her construct or deconstruct and reconstruct a house and making it into a home. And if she doesn't feel like she has any agency over any of the things that's happening under said roof, it's going to be a problem. It's not going to last long. I'm going to tell you that right now. All right. Now, if you got a woman that wants luxury spending, you got to be careful, fellas, being the provider male. This is something that I've run into. This is why I like women who are low maintenance. I just do. You see, when they're low maintenance, I tend to spend more money than they would expect me to spend if they were demanding it. Some women demand luxury spending and have no gratitude for it. They don't say thank you. They don't appreciate it. They just take it for granted. They think that you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to always drink sparkling water when you go to the restaurant. Like, bitch, you ain't never drank sparkling water before I met you. You drank tap water when I met you. All of a sudden, you drinking sparkling water with me? Every time we go out, I mean, on occasion it's cool, but every time, you got some women that don't want to go to In-N-Out Burger. Oh, I don't. They don't want to go to certain restaurants, you know, small time. They don't want to go to Red Lobster. They don't want to do nothing. Everything is like, wait, well, hold on. You won't go to In-N-Out. You know how much I love In-N-Out Burger, y'all. There's women out here that won't go to In-N-Out Burger with me. That's crazy. The double is a fucking amazing. That burger is a fucking amazing. I get 2 when I go. There's women out there that won't do that. Okay. Be careful of the women that demand luxury. Especially the ones with that are ingrates, with that has no gratitude for doing that. Because if your woman is treating you like an ATM, it's time to renegotiate, or you need to just chuck the deuces and be out. You got to chuck the deuces on the ones that are just out there taking it for granted. Don't let a woman take you for granted, gentlemen. Just because you got the bread, just because you got the money, don't think that you should be with a woman who's demanding luxury living and she's an ingrate for it, and or she's giving you no return on your investment in her. Don't do it. Don't do it. But at the same time, she needs money to take care of things. Women have women things that they need to do. If you are in a committed relationship and you're saying, okay, now I got you covered like that, I got you covered, whether it's a relationship or whether it's a marriage, then she needs some money to do shit. And don't give her the bare minimum. You know, when I was in school, when I was a kid, my father would give me $6.25 a week. It would literally be a $5 bill, a $1 bill, and a quarter. Only to later realize that the meals at school were $1.25 a day. My dad didn't give me $10. He gave me $6.25. 5, a 1, and a quarter. Now, I later realized why my father did that. I know what he was trying to teach, but it was weird at first when I first learned it. I was like, why my dad give me $6.25? Because it was $1.25. You couldn't just give me $2? Nope. But it was a lesson, and I'll talk about that in another episode. Fellas, don't give your woman well, how much is your hair? Your hair is $170? Okay, cool. Here's $170. And then your nails is how much? Why you got to get that? What you need French tips for? And why you got to get the soak? And why you got to go to the place that gives you mimosas while you get your nails done? Go to the, gentlemen, I'm not saying be over generous or, extravagant with giving your woman an allowance, or I don't even want to call it an allowance, when you're giving her money to take care of the shit that she needs to take care of because she doesn't work. But I'm also telling you, don't give her fucking down to the exact penny and just the bare minimum and then be penny pinching and counting. No, don't do that. You don't want to be that kind of guy either. All right. Members Run LA says, so how do you deal with it when you have feelings? It's like, I want this person, but they want things I can't afford. Then you... Why? See, you got me talking about a whole different show where I teach this stuff. Okay, listen. I'm going to just touch on this. I'm not going to go too deep into it. Members Run LA. Gentlemen, if you are going to be a full provider male like me, not a 50-50 guy, not the guy that wants his woman to go to work and provide and contribute to the bills and do all that. No, you want a woman that is under your program that you fund. You are only allowed to select a woman that you can afford. Did you hear me? You are only allowed to select the woman that you can afford. Stop picking women out of your tax bracket. It's just that simple. If you want to be a full provider male and take and be the kind of guy that don't go 50-50, you want to have fucking the final say on pretty much everything. You want to have oversight. You want to give her, you want her to be able to give you input on things, but you get, you got final cut and the final decision. You want to be the full provider male? Fine. You are only authorized to date and fall in love with women that you can afford. Far too often, I'm going to say this, dudes with no money is picking women that they can't afford. You out here because maybe you look good, or maybe you got some swag, you got a mouthpiece and all that. You get into a relationship, you didn't fail for her, she didn't fail for you. The sex is good, and now it's time to cover some bills, and you can't afford it, and now the whole relationship is strained because you out here robbing Peter to pay Paul to try to keep up with the Joneses because you want to keep this woman that you should have never been dating to begin with. Date women that you can afford. I know it seems like an oversimplification, but it's really not. It's really just that simple. So when you say things like, so how do you deal with it when you have feelings? You shouldn't have never had feelings with her to begin with because you already knew the job was dangerous when you took it. You knew what kind of lifestyle she had. You knew how much she cost. Maybe she was pretty though, right? She had a fat ass, right? She made you feel a certain kind of way. She made you look good when you guys went out, but you couldn't afford her. So now your ass is tripping. So there's two options for you, gentlemen. Two. One, and the most common is only fuck with women that you can afford. The second option is make more money. I prefer option number two. Most men won't be able to do that. It's like, I want this person, but they want things I can't afford, then you shouldn't be with her. If you can't afford it, let her go. Find a man that can afford her. That's just that. Listen, this is not no shot to anybody's manhood. Listen, fellas, if you can't afford her, let her go so she can go fuck with somebody that can. Because all you're going to do is spin her, waste her time, drag her along, and you dicking her down because she's going to be dickmatized, right? So she's going to continue fucking with you because you fucking her good, but that's not going to last long. And now she done some shit. You done wasted her youth, her prime years. Listen, gentlemen, if you can't afford her, let her go. so she could find or be found by another man that can. And instead, go get you one that you can't afford. And here's the deal. You might find one that's better than her in every way that you like her that you can't afford, but you won't because you're too busy trying to keep up with her. You're not available to the woman that you should be with, that you can't afford, that will make you feel better, looks better than her in every other way because you're busy with her. You should have let her go. The only other alternative, gentlemen, is to make more money. Make more money. That's the alternative. If you want high ticket women, you need high ticket income. If you don't have high ticket income and it's not imminent, it's not around the corner, it's not next month, then let that girl go. If you're not going to be able to afford her in the next 45 days, let her go, bruh. Let her go. And a lot of you men won't do that shit. In fact, some of y'all get these women pregnant. I mean, it's just all kind of shit that happens, and this is the cycle that we're all stuck in. But if you a strong man, I'm not gonna say real because all of y'all brothers is real, but if you strong, because some of y'all niggas is weak. If you a strong man, you'll be like, you know what? You're not for me. Well, what do you mean? No, listen, I know what kind of lifestyle you want. And I'm not in a position to give you that right now. And so I'd rather let you go. Now, if you want to stay and fuck with a nigga and you want to fuck with my tax bracket, then that'll be a decision that you make. So that way you could say, I told you how we gonna live. I told you what the budget was. And you said okay because you wanted to stick around. Fine. No harm, no foul. But you got to give her that option, bro. You got to give women that choice. Some of you guys are acting like, you out here, like I said, robbing Peter to pay Paul and trying to pretend and keep up with the Joneses so you can keep this bitch. Let her go. She belongs with somebody else, not you. And if you let her go and make yourself available to the world, you'll find another woman that you like way better than her that you can't afford. That's the plot twist. You just don't, you won't ever run into her. She'll never make herself available to you because you got this other chick. So if you're not going to be able to make more money in the next month, let her go. It's just that simple. That's the answer to that question, brother. That's the answer to that question. Vonta48 says, spent over $150 on a date. Do you think she is wrong for not coming over after? Well, the question is this the first date, second date, third date, fourth date? What date is this, Vonta? How long have you? There's so many variables on the coming over. I just taught women the other day. My show, Monday night show, was how to date without having sex. If you go to YouTube and you type in my name, Shannon Rawls, you will see that Monday night, because this is Wednesday night, Monday night show is titled How to Date Without Having Sex, ladies. So it depends, Vonta. It depends. I need more context on that. All right. Gentlemen, I'm going to give you some best practices and then we're going to wrap this show up. I'm going to give you some best practices and we're going to wrap this show up. Now, beyond the specific roles, men and women need, you guys need universal strategies to manage your money. Okay? So first, you guys have to have joint financial goals. You got to set a shared priority. This is the whole, are we on the same sheet of music type shit. If you are trying to get a Corvette and all she wants is a Honda Accord, you guys are on two different sheets of music, man. If your woman wants to travel, there's a lot of travelicious out here. All these women, Listen, fellas, I know you guys see these women. All these women, all they talk about is travel. And let me tell you something, not a single one of them want to fund it themselves. They talk about all the money they make and all that shit. And, you know, how much women have leveled up. Ask them in a relationship how many of them bought the goddamn ticket. Listen, as an older gentleman who dates a type of woman, not an age bracket. So I'll date younger women, I'll date older women as long as you got the mindset. Let me tell you something. The young ones and the old ones both cost money. What up, Chris? My man Chris is in the house. Both young women and old women cost money. Don't let these older women, my age, 50, 40, don't let these old women tell you that the only reason older men date younger women is so, and all she wants is money. All the young girls want is money. Bitch, all the old women want is money. I'm telling you, all of the women want money. All of them, bro. Don't you dare let old women tell you that the young women is only with you for money, because when you get with the old ones, suddenly they want money too. They all want provision. All of them. All of them. All of them. You get with an older woman and it's time to go to let's go to Paris. Who you think is paying for that? You get with an older woman and you guys got to go to Miami. Who you think is buying the plane tickets and the accommodations? You get with an older woman and you guys going to do a quick turnaround trip to Las Vegas. Who you think is paying for that? All these travelicious expect men to pay. So don't get browbeat about that. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to get married to somebody or be in a relationship with somebody, you have to have shared financial goals. You cannot want a house and she wants a car. You both need to want a house. You both need to want the same type of house. You both want a car. You both need to want the same type of car. You want to fix something on the house, you both need to have that. You have to have joint financial goals. You want to save 20% of your income? You want to pay off those student loans in 5 years? You both need to want to do that. You want to save up for the vacation this coming summer? You both need to understand that that's the goal. Men and women who are in a monogamous joint relationship or a marriage needs to have shared financial goals. You guys need to be on the playing from the same sheet of music when it comes to that. Far too often, even in just talking to people that's been going through or counseling relationships and shit that I do, far too often do I discover early, because these are some of the questions, these are my probing questions. I find out early on, so y'all don't even want the same stuff. So you don't even want, she's trying to save up, you're trying to get out of debt. She's trying to save up and not pay off debt. You're trying to pay off debt and not save up. Do you know how many times that happens? Oftentimes, men don't give a damn about paying off debt because he wants to save up to invest, because he believes the investment is going to be such a landslide of money or a whirlwind that is going to take them right out of debt and clean it up all in one fell swoop. Oftentimes, women want to get out of debt $1 at a time. And we'll pay. And so fuck all to say, I want to get out of debt, because the debt is it's choking, it's restricting movement. She can't be happy. She can't even be sexual. The bills is always, the debt is always on her mind. The fact that she owes, and every little cent that comes in, she wants to put on that debt so she can get out of debt. While for him, every little cent that comes in, he wants to invest because he thinks that that's going to give a big whirlwind return on investment. There's a lot of times that men and women are not on the same sheet of music when it comes to financial goals. You have got to be on the same sheet of music when it comes to financial goals. You got to be. That's not an option. That's a requirement. My man Chris is in the house. That's not an option. That's a requirement. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have to want the same shit. You do. You guys want to build a business? You need to both be just as excited about building that business. You guys want to buy a house? You need to both be just as excited about buying that house. You want to go on vacation this year, but this year you guys want to go to Morocco? You know, you want to go to Morocco? You both need to be excited about going to Morocco. That's the way that works. You can't have one person excited to go to Morocco and the other's like, meh. You can't have one excited about this new business venture and the other one is like, I'll just get a job. I don't care. I don't really care about the business. I mean, no, you can't have that. You guys got to both have the same financial goals. The next tidbit, this is universal, you guys. This is aside from the three tips I just gave you, right? The first tip is making sure that, what order did I go? The first tip is making sure that the man is the umbrella and the women is doing the micromanaging of the funds, is doing the disbursement. The second tip was 50-50 relationships. The third tip was full provider male relationships. And now I'm giving you guys universal goals. These are universal goals that everybody has to do, no matter what setup you have. This is what I've learned, no matter what setup you have. YouTube, TikTok, listen to me. Both of you guys have to be on the same financial goals and be excited about the same financial outcome. If you're not, it ain't gonna work. Number 2, transparency always. Transparency always. Don't fall for that. This is my money. This is your money. Bullshit. Don't fall for it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let me tell you about competition in a marriage. It is vicious. It's ugly. And the only people that really know about it are the two people in the marriage. It's hard to even explain to other people competition in a relationship. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a relationship where you felt that the person that you were with was competing against you. You couldn't really put your finger on it. It's almost like, damn, are you on my team? Are you like a teammate or are you an opponent? Are you an op? Well, what you mean? I'm here. I'm doing. Yeah, you are, but you aren't. But you are, but not really. But you kind of like. But you cool with this, and I appreciate that. But over here, you're not. Are you? Damn. Are you tripping me up? Are you untying shit that I tied up these loose ends over here? Are you untying shit behind my back? Like, I don't know if everybody listening to my voice right now has been in a relationship where the person you were with felt like you were in competition. I mean, the person you were with was in competition with you. But I know some of you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Some of you know what the hell I'm talking about. And this is and let me tell you what breeds competition in a marriage. His money and her money. His money and her money. You need to have full transparency financially. Use joint accounts, you guys. Use shared financial apps. No secret credit cards. She don't have, well, that's her credit card. That ain't my credit card. If that's her credit card, she needs to put you on the motherfucking account and then have the bank send you a card with your name on it, and vice versa. And she had that credit card before I met her. Yeah, but now you guys are together. Have her call the bank and then put you on, not as an additional user, because there's 2 ways to get put on a credit card. You can become just an additional user, or you can be an agent of the process, agent of due process. Basically, you can be responsible for the fucking card. You need to become responsible. If you guys are married, it's supposed to be until death do you part, right? Then you need to become a full signer on that credit card. No secret credit cards, no side hustles that he don't know about, ladies. You shouldn't be getting a little bit of extra something on the side that he don't know about. If you're hiding money, you're hiding trust. All right? If you're hiding money, you're hiding trust. This is universal, you guys. Number one, you need to be on the same shit of music when it comes to financial goals. You can't want one thing and she wants something else. You can't do it. It's not going to work. The next thing is full fucking transparency. She needs to be on your accounts. You need to be on her accounts. And you guys have to be open and honest when it comes to money. No hidden credit cards. No mad money, ladies. I'm sorry. I don't care what your grandmama told you. I don't care what your auntie told you. No mad money. Okay. The third thing is you guys need to have regular money meetings. I can't stress this enough. Remember, I tell you guys I'm teaching you from my failures. You need to have regular money meetings. I suggest weekly, monthly at minimum, but I suggest weekly. Every single Sunday, you guys sit down to a stack of hot pancakes and eggs, bacon and syrup, cooked up, or fuck it, make that part of the date. You guys need to have regular money meetings, 30-minute check-ins, you guys. It don't have to be long. It's not the long, drawn-out process. That's why I suggest you do it frequently, because the more frequent you do it, the shorter the meetings are. 30-minute check-ins. Review the budget. Look over the bills. What's coming up this week? How did we do last week? What are the goals? Are we closer? Are we further? Anything unexpected pop up? Anything coming up? Whose birthday is coming up? What are we going to buy? Regular money meetings helps that, and it allows you to blame nobody for anything. Nobody gets blamed when you guys have a regular money meeting. Listen, everybody that's listening to me right now, whether you're watching the replay or whether you're live, do me a favor. Think about your current relationship or your most recent last relationship. Did you guys have money meetings? I know you had money and she had money. She had her card and she had her wallet and you had your wallet and you had your tap and you had your Apple Pay and she had her Cash App, and I get all of that. Did you guys have regular money meetings? And I don't mean money. I don't mean retroactive meetings where something that happened, or this bill is due. I don't have it. Well, let's talk about it now. That's retroactive. I'm talking about proactive, in advance. Before anything fucking went down, let's sit and talk about our money, baby. How we doing this week? You good? You good? Okay, cool. Well, here's where I'm at. Where you at? And here's where you at. Okay, cool. Well, let's put this in here, and that's where we are. And then we're gonna go. And are we still going to Chicago for your aunt, your sister's wedding? Oh, okay, cool. So how much do we need? So let's put this much on. Regular money meetings eliminates blame. Nobody gets blamed for shit when you guys talk. All right. The next thing that universally everybody should do is protect against risk. You need life insurance. What's going to happen if something happens to one of you? Do you guys talk about that? That's a touchy subject. Nobody wants to talk about that. I know it's scary. What happens if the primary earner stops primarily earning? Do you have a will and testament? Do you have a power of attorney? Do you have because this is for people that's not even married. Is your estate set up? Do you have a trust? Do you guys have emergency money? Do you have an emergency account that you guys do not touch, no matter fucking what? No matter what, you got 20,000. Well, you got 10,000 in there. We have a bank account, me and my girl, that if the sky falls, if the world stops, we got 10,000 sitting there. It's been sitting in there so long, we forgot it's in there. We don't touch it. But the bill is due, then we'll just lose. The car's getting ready then fuck that car. We don't touch the emergency money. That's not emergency, it's life or death, not luxury. It's situations. Because if you're not managing your risk today, you're screwing yourself tomorrow. The last one is, in addition to being transparent and talking to each other all the time, this is something that is important. Now, I'm a natural teacher. I like I got a show. So I like to teach people and give game and whatnot. But there's a lot of people that gatekeep and don't want to talk to each other. And they won't even help their own spouse, which I think is weird. Like, who doesn't want to help or give game? Who gatekeeps from their own husband or wife? Believe it or not, there's a lot of people that do. So if you got one person in the relationship, maybe it's you, or maybe it's your spouse, because this goes both ways, that's not as financially savvy as the other one, the basics. You need to give the game up, man. You need to teach as you go. I know it may be frustrating. I know you feel like you ain't got enough time. Find the time. You need to teach and educate your spouse. Don't leave them in the dark and don't keep them uneducated, because that is a form of financial abuse. That's a form of financial abuse, ladies and gentlemen. So remember, we want husband managed, wife maintained banking financial situation. That's the way you want to create your structure. Husband managed, wife maintained. What that means is the man knows what money's coming in, the woman is spending it. That's how it goes. And this works for 50-50, or the man does it all. The woman, she needs to have inclusion, fellas. She's writing that she's spending it out. That gives her a sense of ownership, even though she may not necessarily be the breadwinner. Okay? If you're in a 50-50 relationship, this is a summary. If you're in a 50-50 relationship, the men handle all the static bills. The women handle all the variable bills, right? And the reason why the woman is handling all the variable bills is because this promotes frugality. This promotes frugality. It makes her realize, you know what, I might not need that, because she is coming out of, she has to pay that shit on her side of the 50. Of the 50-50. And if you're a full provider, the other one is, if for the guys that don't go 50-50, he takes care of everything. Brothers, for the men that are full provider males like me, you have to include your wife in your decisions. And you have to give her meaningful contributions, like her being the CEO of the house. Meaningful contributions, so she takes some ownership into the shit that that you're providing. And then don't forget the universal practices, like I told you, transparency, make sure your goals are aligned and you guys have joint financial goals. Listen, guys, it's all about building trust when you're in a relationship. There's way too many of you motherfuckers out there that's, I also, and ladies, I'm talking to you. Sometimes you guys come into some money, then suddenly you become quiet and secretive. You was all, when he was paying for everything, you was all open, and, you was all talkative. You wanted to know so much. And then suddenly maybe he's down and out right now and you kind of up. Suddenly your asses, you women become quiet in the motherfucker. Where's all that energy that you had when you wasn't paying for nothing? Have that same energy when you're making some money. Transparency. is important. Big picture is important. Managing money is not just about the dollars, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. It's trust. The trust is what's going to make your relationship last. And far too many of our relationships don't have that shit. And that's why they end up in divorce court. Trust for women, respect for men. Men need respect. Ladies need trust. And to be honest with you, when you get your marriage right, when you get your money right, your marriage is right. When you get your money right, your marriage is right. I'm tired, y'all. Don't let money break your marriage, though. I know it's number one, but you don't have to do that. You can actually let money build your marriage if you guys open up to each other. So once again, if you are in a relationship or you're in a marriage and everything is working perfectly for you, and you know it is, you don't have to convince me. You and God know the truth. And it's really working out perfectly, then ignore everything I said tonight. Fuck my advice. But if you are in a relationship with somebody and that money thing is it's just off. It ain't right. Or you're getting ready to get into a relationship with somebody. Trust me when I tell you, everything I talked about tonight is gonna make your relationship last. Or at least money ain't gonna be the reason you break up. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. Don't you let money break your marriage. Trust but verify, fellas. Trust but verify. You're the leader, right? You want to be a leader? You want to be the head of the household? You want the title and all that shit? You want to be the alpha? Okay, cool. Trust but verify. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, join the SR Army at srarmy.com, where we're taking lives to the next level. It's a mastermind group that we meet every weekday at 8 a.m. for 1 hour on Zoom, and we talk about stuff that helps each one of us become better. Iron sharpens iron. I want you to join those meetings. Only way for you to join those meetings is if you go to srarmy.com, hit the button at the bottom, fill it out. Right now, it's free for life, so there's really no reason that you shouldn't do it. It's not free for everybody, but for you, it's free for life. And when I close that window, it's going to be closed. So it's open now. I suggest you join. Even if you don't use it now, get in so you locked in. I'm Mr. Shan, the man with the plan. I've been there, done that, and not much surprises me anymore. And you, my friends, are dismissed.
Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere beber. Pa' que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca en él. Como que ella quiere disfruta la noche, lo anormal. Porque el novio teme que su relación va a terminar. Se da cuenta que no necesita a alguien más. Quiere un selfie para su Instagram. Ella ya no quiere relación, alguien que diga su condición, que solamente le dé traición, para después llegar con un perdón. Quiere andar y ser de esos babies que goza la vida y lo hacen como esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver. Para que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca en mí, que yo parezca en mí. No tiene sueños, solamente en su
sus sueños. Nos ponemos risueños con un norteño y mi flow brasileño. Yo te juro que es bueno, ya me doy el palo. Es empate si lo desigualo. Le gusta lo nasty y lo malo. Me traje un regalo. Ella ya no quiere relación con alguien que diga su condición, que solamente le dé traición pa' después llegar con un perdón. Quiere hangar y ser de esos pibis que goza la vida y lo hacen como esa chica quiere selfie, selfie. Ella quiere ver, pa' que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo parezca, dime todo lo que ella quiere, nada ha sido regalado. Entre más independiente, más quiero estar a su lado. Esas nenas, mata, es que más. Ella está plena la noche entera. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver, pa' que el CP se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que ella parezca,